You're listening to the Really Very Crunchy podcast with your hosts, Emily.
Usually you introduce yourself, and Jason.
Coming to you from the road.
Yeah, different format today. We're driving on our way to Nashville, so sorry if it sounds a little different.
Jason's a sound snob. He can hardly stand that we're using these little clip-on microphones right now.
I almost don't want to turn on the blinker.
He,
so it's not annoying.
He wanted to bring out our big podcast mics and rig it up somehow.
Yeah.
I saw it in your brain.
Well, there's no, power plug-in in the car. They haven't figured that out yet in most cars.
Yeah, you use a cigarette lighter, but ours doesn't have that anymore.
No.
I used to have that.
It's a non-smoking vehicle.
I drove, I don't know, was it like a 1987 Buick LeSabre?
Well, everybody smoked back then.
And no, but when I was in high school. So I had this box and I could plug it into the cigarette lighter and then I could plug in my CD player into that. Who needs a built-in CD player when you have a cigarette lighter?
And you could put out your cigarettes in your ashtray.
Right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows the ashtray actually was just a coin holder.
Yeah, for sure.
For those non-smoking families.
Are you still appalled when you see people out and about smoking? Like, actually, not even vaping, not even, just like in their car, windows up.
That's what I am, yeah.
Smoking.
In the car, windows up. I'm like, what are you doing? You're like smoking twice.
With other people in the car.
Yeah.
Who aren't necessarily smoking. They might be smokers, but it's like, if I'm a smoker, I want my own cigarette. I don't want your secondhand smoke. That's kind of gross.
Yeah.
If you think about it, it's like, this is used smoke. It's like, does it hit different? Do you still get the nicotine from secondhand smoke? I don't know. You're not answering. I'm curious. For you smokers out there.
There's
I know there's help,
issues.
I didn't know if there was but
Can you get
like
the high?
the good, what people like about smoking, can you get that from secondhand smoke in a car, especially in a closed box?
I would think so. It's not like your body's just sucking out all the stuff.
I mean, it might be.
Right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
Yeah. Well, trying to be safe out here. Sorry if I get a little distracted. Trying not to hit other cars or squirrels.
What are you doing with your blinker? Why is your hand on it and you're not turning?
I wasn't going in. You ever feel like you have to... Why are you a backseat driver? You just get to see how Emily treats me when I drive. No, the car was stopping ahead of me.
So you felt the need to touch your blinker?
I felt like if they're turning, do the people behind me know that the people in front of me are turning if they can't see the blinker? Do I need to put on my blinker even though I'm not turning?
No, that's not a thing. That's never been a thing.
Well,
do you do that?
Did I turn on the blinker?
You had your hand on it ready as if you were going to.
And I decided not to, so I don't do that. So we're headed to Nashville today. Is this a battle you're trying to choose, Emily? Is this like a fight you're trying to pick?
No, last night I did have the thought, I wonder if we could go a whole day without talking about Really Very Crunchy.
And now we're doing a podcast on the way to... We have no kids with us. We're going antiquing for your birthday. And you're
I can't really complain.
You know what? Let's do Really Very Crunchy stuff.
I just thought you had mentioned doing a podcast on the road before. So I thought, well, this is the perfect opportunity.
And this could be a terrible idea.
Bouncy for people.
Well, they don't have to watch. Sorry, we're on the interstate, If you don't want to watch... You can listen.
So the reason we're going antique in Nashville is because Jason, I picked my battle and I battled.
What do you mean?
A birthday battle. I keep turning away. Sorry, I picked my battle and I battled. a birthday battle.
Yeah, this
Sort
has
of.
zero explanation to it, so if you don't mind to elaborate.
Sweet, sweet Jason, so thoughtful, so kind, was really trying to think about me for my birthday. And this makes me sound like I'm a birthday overlord, like find a good gift for me or else.
You're a little bit of a birthday overlord.
Not. I'm like, whatever, I don't need anything. That's what I say. I don't need anything. I don't even want anything.
Yeah, but if you got nothing, you would be depressed, as anyone should be.
Depressed? I would be like, well, I mean, you could have gotten me a beeswax tea light or something.
Tea light? Wow.
No, that's just, like, could have done something.
How do you know I didn't?
I'm
get
not.
You a beeswax tea light.
I'm just saying baseline.
Are you wanting a beeswax tea light for your birthday?
No.
I didn't get you one.
Just saying.
It's not too late.
I promise I don't need anything or even want anything. Just the recognition that I was born. Like, happy birthday.
Well, I could do that.
That's enough for me. So, you stress every year about this. And every year you try, anyway, and it's my fault. So here's what happened. Jason, being so thoughtful, ordered me a wool cloak from Ireland. Wool blend.
Listen. It said, I got greenwashed on the website. It said
Made with
100% wool fibers.
Anyway, that's beside the point. Buying someone a cloak it's a choice. It's a choice. That is like quite a choice. I would actually love a wool cloak. Well, so I think you did a great job in choosing. Like,
thank you.
In thinking about me. But the cloak itself was even more of a choice. Just the length of it and style. I put it on.
Just the whole cloak.
He decided to show it to me early because he's like, I got you something. And now that I see it, I don't know. Yeah. And I'm like, what is it? He's like, do you want to see it? I don't know. So then I'm like, sure, show it to me. I put it on and I died laughing.
Yeah.
It was
laughed in my face.
No, you wanted to laugh. You know it looked hilarious on me. It looked hilarious.
The way you wore it.
Well, I didn't know that the buttons were supposed to go down the side, so I put them in front, and it looked
like Madeline or something.
Hilarious. So I was just laughing, and I think it made you feel sad.
Yes, it did. For my wife to receive her birthday gift, and I thought maybe she'll say something like, I think maybe this isn't quite my style, but I love that you did that.
Instead, it was
like, you're an idiot.
I did not say that.
You are a stupid human.
I
did. This is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, that was perceived.
Yeah.
I did not say any of those. I said, that is so sweet of you that you thought of that. Like, that actually is a really good gift.
How dumb you could be.
No, I just thought that is really sweet. So then you
were
a
horrid gift giver you are.
You were like, well, I don't have time to think of anything else. And I said, well, why don't you just take me antiquing in Nashville for a day?
Yeah.
So that was a long story to explain why we're going to Nashville.
Yeah.
But here we are.
Well, you were talking about how you picked a battle.
Yeah, I picked a battle. I laughed. And in doing so, that was choosing that battle. But it's not like...
That's not really choosing a battle. It's just a
knee-jerk
reaction to a terrible cloak.
No, I could have opened it and been like, oh, I love it. Oh, it's beautiful.
And then you would have been lying. I love 40% nylon, 20% polyester, 1% wool. Made with wool. Give me a break. Don't shop Aran, whatever, Aran Irish cloaks made in Ireland, made with plastic.
Did you Google it?
Yeah, what do you mean?
It's a Google thing.
Googleable thing? What do you mean?
Is that how you found it? You Googled?
Yeah.
Wool cloak.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then I got on this website, and it was like, it's 100% wool, made with, slightly.
It didn't actually have the other fibers listed.
No, it didn't.
On
at all.
the website.
At all.
It showed me.
It was terrible. It was misleading. And I hope they try to advertise with this podcast so I can say no. No.
I feel like a bit of a fraud because this isn't a 100% natural fiber. It's a semi-natural fiber. This is my only shirt that I own that is semi-natural. It is made from lyocell, I think that's how you say it, which is made from wood pulp. So technically...
Well, wood pulp is natural.
Technically, but it has to go through so much processing. It's kind of like bamboo. Like, bamboo is, considered a natural fiber, but it has to go through, like, so many chemical processes and whatever. At some point, you're, like, losing the natural fiber aspect. I mean, all fibers have to go through a ton of chemical processes, but you just hope that... I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just saying, here I am, like, you bought me a wool cloak lined with polyester and partially made with it, too.
And here I am, like, walking around in my
100% cotton.
100% cotton
everything.
Outfit.
I know.
Except my shoes. I'm not wearing cotton shoes.
I guess that is a thing. Toms, right? Those are cotton. That's a cotton shoe.
Are there? Well, what about the soles of their feet?
I think it's cork or...
Really?
Yeah. It's a pretty natural... If they just had wider toe boxes, that would be a pretty crunchy shoe.
I'm wearing Chacos right now. I don't really know. I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like people talk about how they're not very stylish, and I thought it was outdoorsy, but maybe I'm just a dork.
No.
Yeah.
Have you seen what shoes are stylish?
Yeah, I never thought, like, I've never given much thought to just style in general, and I always thought that people who cared too much about it were just weird. All my life, even as, like, a teenager, I'm like, I don't care about what people think about style. But then I definitely ended up becoming that old man who just actually doesn't understand new style at all. And
plaid button up.
Yeah.
That's
my go-to.
Plaid button up.
Yeah. So, I mean, I feel like it's timeless.
It is.
But but like I see some of these things that people are wearing, like, okay, whatever you want.
Yeah.
I don't understand people who wear shoes in the summer.
Oh, with socks?
Yeah.
That's horrible.
You're wearing shoes. Like, I mean, I understand, but I mean, it's different. Like in the 40s and stuff, they wore suits, 3-piece suits, because it looked good.
Yeah, I mean, I like that style.
Well,
I like that.
It makes no sense.
Mm-hmm.
It's misery.
Yeah. One of your biggest factors in trying to be self-employed was that you never wanted to have to wear a tie ever again.
Yeah. And I have had to wear them once for funerals.
Yeah, that was when we first got married and you were working at the Press Sentinel.
Oh.
And you had to wear a tie every day.
Oh, yeah, I had to wear a tie. I forgot I had to wear a stupid tie at this newspaper, this local newspaper, making like $10 an hour. And I have to wear a tie where I'm not even like... It was because of that guy, his name was Dink. New something, whatever his last name. Neesmith. Dink Neesmith. If you're listening to this podcast, your tie rule is dumb. Because nobody walks into our office. Nobody cares that we work for the newspaper.
Oh, people walked into the office. I was the secretary. People walked in all the
Not
time.
in my part.
I got a 12-foot copperhead in the back of my truck. You want to come take a picture of this?
Yeah, I'm supposed to wear a tie for this? Hey, I got the biggest squash this year. You want to come take a picture of that? Hold on. Let me straighten my tie. Want to make sure I look good while I take a picture of your copperhead and your squash.
I think they sent me out to take a picture of the copperhead.
Oh, it was too much.
Heavy news day.
It was too much of a heavy news day.
Yeah.
We were covering a robbery at the Piggly Wiggly. Someone stole a chicken.
Yeah. You wore short sleeves with that. I remember that. You were wearing short sleeves with a tie.
It was Georgia in the middle of the summer.
That's a choice.
Here, wear a scarf.
Wool cloak level choice. Fashion choice.
I didn't care. It was survival. Now, if I had worn shorts, a short sleeve shirt, and a tie, that would have been a choice.
That would have been cute.
Put a little hat on with one of those helicopter things.
That's 40s vibes.
Uh,
Little kid.
It's also murdery vibes. It's like, you're either a large child or a serial killer. The tie wasn't quite a battle I was willing to pick. You know, I'm interested in this concept of choosing your battles. When I was a kid, there's one thing that my dad just hounded me on. Like, one thing he would say to me over and over and over, and he just put it in my brain over and over, was choose which hill you want to die on. And which is, I don't know, an interesting way of just saying pick your battles. Because I would argue about everything.
Yeah, I know. I had never argued with someone. I don't think I'd ever argued with someone until we started dating. It was just like you just wanted to argue about anything.
I should have been a lawyer.
What were we arguing about in our early years of dating? What is there even to argue about? I don't know.
I don't remember arguing all that much.
All the time. I was like, what am I even doing in this relationship if we're just going to argue all the time? What am I doing? I have never argued with anybody. I'm really easygoing. I was.
Well, here we are. I'm so glad I brought this up. Happy birthday.
Anyway, you were saying you argued all the time as a kid.
Well, yeah. I mean, I wanted to get my way. I wanted to, I would fight over every little thing. But, I felt like a lot of the things I wasn't allowed to do wasn't justified. And so I felt like everything was a battle. I felt like all the things I wasn't allowed to do, or what I felt like I should be able to do, it was a battle worth fighting. And it didn't really enter my brain, the thought of really choosing your battles until adulthood, when I realized, okay, I can't fight over everything, or I'm just gonna never. Maybe it was with you where I learned I can't just fight over everything. I just gotta give in and give up. Oh. That's a joke.
Okay, but sometimes that's interesting to me, because out of the two of us, sometimes you set these really obscure ideas or rules for our kids. They're doing something and you're like, don't do that. And I'm like, why not? What?
Okay.
Why does it matter?
So
it's
example.
funny to me.
If you're gonna pick this fight, you gotta come with examples.
I wasn't prepared for examples. You know it.
No,
you know it.
I don't agree.
Yes, you do. You say the most. You have an opinion on things, and we've talked about that, where you just have an obscure opinion and you want people to do things your way. And so then I'm like, why though?
Because my way is the right way.
What is the reason?
I know everything.
Why do you have an opinion on that? It doesn't matter.
Make up an example.
Make up an example.
I implore you to come up with something that is true about.
Don't wear those shoes. Don't wear those shoes
That
on the
didn't
bike
happen.
ride. Yes, it did.
No, it didn't.
But you've told me to make up an example.
On the bike ride. Yeah. Here, that's a perfect example. Thank you. I did tell Oaks, don't wear those shoes on the bike ride because you're not going to like it. You know what? And after that bike ride, he was whining. He wore the shoes because I'm pretty sure I was told, this is not a battle worth fighting. Why do you care? Whatever. Whether it was from him or from you, it doesn't matter. At the end of that bike ride, he was complaining and whining and crying about blisters on his feet. I knew it would happen. I knew it would happen.
Well, let the blisters happen.
No.
Just let it happen. Yeah.
Hey,
because
those are going to give you blisters. You're not going to want that. I want it anyway. Okay. That's an obscure opinion, Jason. No, it's not. He's going to get blisters.
I think if he wants to wear the shoes, let him wear the shoes. And then you could say, I'm not sure that that's a good choice because I think those might give you blisters.
That's what I said.
No, you're like, don't wear those shoes. Change your shoes. So then it turns into disobedience or like me fighting you, me undermining you because I'm like, why does it matter? Why does it matter? Why does that matter? If we're ready to go, why do you care?
Because he'll have blisters.
He didn't really get blisters.
Yeah, he did.
No, no, he did not.
Yes, he did. He said, these shoes, at the end of the bike ride, he said, these shoes are giving me blisters.
I didn't see a visible blister, and he hasn't complained beyond
These pretzels are making me thirsty.
It's that kind of thing, though. Okay, blisters, maybe that's more, like, that's a safety issue.
There you go. I'm a good dad.
Whatever.
There we go.
I don't see how a bike ride can really give you blisters.
Listen, when I was 3 years old, 3 or 4, maybe 5.
Was it a bike ride?
No, it was a walk.
Yeah, I know.
I wore my parents let me wear cowboy boots without socks on a walk. I got the biggest blister. I have still not had blisters as big as those blisters, and it was awful. I was just trying to save my child from a terrible experience.
That didn't happen, though. That didn't happen on the bike ride. No.
You never know what Sperry's will do.
A walk is a different thing than a bike ride. A walk is different. And
it was a walk to remember, I'll tell you that.
I'm sure. I bought those Sperry's at that consignment sale. He was excited to try them. I grabbed him because he didn't have any church shoes. And he was wearing his athletic shoes to church every week. Anyway.
Cool story, bro.
I'm explaining why my child was wearing Sperry's, because that's not normally a choice I would make.
Sorry.
Is Sperry's. Yeah. But they were like $5 at the consignment sale. I'm like, you can wear these for church. And apparently bike rides.
What is the life you have to live when you have to explain to an audience why your child is wearing a pair of Sperry's?
Well, they're not.
What battle did you choose for life?
I know. Well, they're not wide toe box. The sole is not terribly flexible. So, yeah, that's not my ideal shoe. But sometimes you just make do until you can find something better. Really, this is not, I don't even have, I should get a link or a code or something for Splay. I love Splay shoes.
Splay shoes
That's my choice, especially for church shoes. I mean, they're canvas, but you can get a nice color, black or...
They're very nice.
Yeah, I really like them. So if you're looking for an autumn shoe choice, check out Splay. I like them. Our kids like them.
Not an ad.
Yeah.
So do you feel like as a crunchy mom, you're having to always choose your battles?
Always.
Like whether it's with friendships or relations with your family or whatever, do you always feel like it's just a constant battle choosing?
Yes. Yeah, totally. That pretty much sums up my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think more so than other people?
But the thing is, I am really laid back in other things. Oh, yeah, it's definitely more than other people.
Yeah.
Other people drop their kids off at a birthday party. Just drop them off. Just have fun.
Yeah.
Just do whatever. Or, I don't know, I had a friend telling me that her mother-in-law gave her kids melatonin.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if...
Isn't that something you kind of have to do over time for it to work anyway?
I don't know. I
didn't think melatonin was like a one-off.
Yeah, it's like a build-up
Yeah.
kind of thing. Well,
Interesting.
she does it when she keeps the kids. She just gives them melatonin at night. And it's like,
Just because?
what
Like,
in the world?
Wow.
You will
Which would
not.
disrupt the, like, if their melatonin levels are fine or whatever, that could potentially disrupt their natural flow of nighttime.
Yeah. It's a
hits.
hormone.
Yeah.
So you're giving them an artificial hormone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I don't know, maybe my family walks on eggshells around me. I hope not.
Oh, we do. Oh, you mean your extended family? Yeah. Okay.
Do you?
No.
Do you, Jason?
Not at all. No, I live on your same eggshells. We're just living in a big eggshell.
Pasture-raised eggshells.
Pasture-raised, free-range, cage-free eggshells.
You don't have to say all of them. Like, that's really redundant, and it's not even... Like, if they're pasture-raised, then...
It encompasses all the other things, so it's
Yeah.
the ultimate.
I guess free-range is also, but I don't know that... I don't know, actually. I think the free-range is...
I thought pasture-raised was the best.
was the pinnacle. But it also depends, you know, like if you're buying pasture raised from the store, they're not as pasture raised as you might
Pasture-raised
think
from the
they
yard.
are. Yeah, get
Yeah.
farm fresh eggs.
Also, was their pasture sprayed? We don't know.
Yeah,
You need organic pasture-raised. So they get organic bugs.
I
They
would
are.
think if they're pasture raised, they're not in a sprayed pasture, is what I would think.
You would
but
think, but you don't know.
I know.
You don't know. So when I was with Mr. Cool, the air conditioning company, I was the marketing guy there for a while. Man, did I have to choose my battles.
I would think someone in a conventional job has to do that a lot more.
Yeah. And I had a boss who was like, he changed our lives. He was a great human. I love him to death. I still talk to him every now and then. But he is a big ideas kind of guy. And when you're in the marketing department and he's 3 feet away from you all day, every day, you get some ideas for what, you know. Okay, one example is he wanted us to contact the world record people, Guinness World Record people, so that we could set up installing an air conditioner while skydiving.
Who's gonna do that?
I don't know. Not me.
He
But
just wanted you to contact them.
yeah, and see if that was something we could do.
You kind of have to do it and then, right?
Yeah. Oh, well, I don't know. No, you set it up so that people can, like, you have record
Okay.
measurers or whatever.
Okay.
But then that's kind of like one of those things where normally I would have been like, listen, there's no way we're doing that. There's no way I'm contacting the Guinness Book of World Records and saying, how could we install an air conditioner after jumping out of an airplane? We want to break that record. Well, first of all,
There is
it's
no
not a
record. Yeah.
the first one you do. I think so, but I didn't fight it. You know, it is stuff like that a lot, and I learned.
Did you call?
I did.
You did?
I talked to the Guinness Book of World Records people, and they kind of explained to me, it's like, well, it sort of has to be something that people do
Yeah.
and be a breakable record.
Uh-huh.
There's not really a measurement to this.
Yeah.
And so, you know, they just didn't really move forward with it. So yeah, I mean, I got in contact with people, but it was one of those things like in a situation like that, I feel like I could have just constantly been in a fight with my boss, and instead we actually had a pretty harmonious relationship because I pretty much didn't fight any battle and just did what he asked and let it kind of come out to its own conclusion.
So are you saying that's what our marriage should be?
Not everything's about you, Emily.
If I would just not fight any battles, we could be more harmonious. Just do what you say.
Well, it's not like I'm asking you to skydive and install an air conditioner, you know. But no.
I bet I would have been the one to do it if you had
Yeah,
followed through. Like, oh, we'll just get Emily to do it. She'll do it. I'm in all
always
the other
the one-
Mr. Cool videos.
She's always wanted to jump out of an airplane.
I used to want to, and then when I had children, I lost my desire for risk taking.
Yeah.
I'm like nervous to drive to Nashville.
Really?
Yes, I hate taking a trip on the interstate because
So let's film a podcast while we do it.
it distract me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No, I mean, they say that driving is far more dangerous than flying in an airplane, and I get really nervous to fly in airplanes, so it only tracks that I would be nervous to drive a long distance.
Yeah. Well, I'm driving, so you shouldn't be nervous at all.
I'm more nervous.
Why?
'Cause you bump curbs all the time. Curbs.
I'm a much
And-
Who scratched our car yesterday?
You haven't even looked at it.
Who scratched our car yesterday?
That was in a parking lot, and
Where
it
are
was,
curbs?
No, it wasn't on a curb. It's those little short posts. They
Yeah.
get me. I don't see them.
They get you
I
every
can't
time.
See, I
Well,
was.
nobody can see the short post. You just don't run into them.
I used to be able to see the short posts in our short car when everything was low. Now we're like way up high, and I'm not way up high. I'm still down low, and so I just can't see. Yeah, it's the car's fault, honestly.
Yeah.
And what happened to the sensors? I thought it's beeping at me all the time for everything. If I'm about to hit a little post, it should be like beep, 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 beep.
Yeah. I think I turned those off.
Well, you should turn it back on because this is the second post I've hit on that side because I can't see.
Yeah. You should just become a better driver.
That is one way. Or do I just need to walk around the car, see all the potential? Like before I get into the car. That's what I should do. Take a lap every single time. Look for tiny posts.
Great idea. Yeah. So, between the two of us, choosing the battles thing is pretty different because, I mean, I'm sure it has a lot to do with personality type. So you're more of a...
Whatever.
Well, you're also kind of more of an avoidance. Not necessarily with us, but like, just, you would avoid a conflict over... It's more of a, you would rather just not have the conflict
Yeah.
than deal with having the conflict.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm more of a, let's work this out.
No, you're more of a let's fight.
Let's fight this out. It's not picking a battle. I'm going to make it a battle.
Right. Yeah, no, I'm not interested in conflict, and if it's...
I don't seek conflict. I don't want it to happen, but when I see something that deserves a battle, I'm all in. I'm all in.
Yeah, I think it depends. I think it depends on... A lot of things don't deserve a battle. Especially pertaining to children.
Do you think most things don't need a battle?
Yeah, what does it matter? In the grand scheme of things, I think, what does that matter? Yes, some things, like, this isn't happening in my life or my house, but like if my children really, really, really wanted a tablet of their own, I would pick that battle. I'm like, not giving it to them.
Yeah.
That, so as far as children, like, that would matter to me. But I don't care what my kids wear. They
Right.
can wear what they want to wear.
Except on walks when they could get blisters.
No, that's me not caring.
I know. I know.
Yeah. And I don't care, I don't know how they want to play. I don't care that my child goes up the slide. That's a thing. I'm not going to pick that pattern.
Parents care about
Yeah, don't go up the slide.
Even if there's no other kids?
Yeah.
around?
It's just, usually when I've seen it, there are other kids around, but not necessarily kids going down the slide. This happened yesterday at Forest Friends. My son wanted to go up the slide. I'm not paying attention, honestly, to what he's doing on the slide. I don't need to interfere with his play.
Yeah.
He was going up the slide and he got kicked in the face. He came to me crying.
Natural
I'm like,
consequence.
well, don't go up the slide if someone's coming down.
Yeah.
And he's like, he was pretty mad about it because he said he told the kid, don't come down, I'm coming up.
Yeah.
So, but whatever. I said the person at the bottom of the slide doesn't really get to decide that.
Right.
So.
You go at your own risk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just try going up now. There's nobody there. But, yeah, parents care. Parents set all these parameters.
I definitely understand it. I fall within the too many rules and parameters trap.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I've gotten better about it, but it's just, I don't really know why that's the case. It's easier to try and instruct than it is to just let go. And I tend, one thing I've tried to work on as a parent, and I've seen a lot about it, is try to have more yeses than nos.
Yeah.
And it's, for whatever reason, it's so easy to say no, in a way, because you just default to whatever the kid's idea is. It's probably a bad idea.
But I saw you the other day. I saw you do it. We were on a walk, and usually we go on a walk every night, and our kids ride their bikes. And our 5-year-old struggles. The last hill up to our house is very steep, and he cannot make it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he could if he would stand up and pedal, but he just won't for some reason on that one.
Yeah.
So, he was whining. He wanted you to carry his bike. He usually takes off his helmet because my parents are at the bottom of the hill and they stop and say hello, and then we walk up. So, anyway, you said, instead of saying, no, I'm not carrying your bike, I was really proud of you. You said, if you're big enough to ride your bike on the walk, you're big enough to push it up the hill. That's a yes. That's like, you can do it. That's not saying no.
Oh. I did that?
You did that.
Really?
Yeah, I was really proud of you.
Well,
It's
there
like,
we go.
look at him go.
That was just isn't that just a disguised no?
Well, that's fine. I think disguised no's are much better.
Hmm.
Or if a kid is wanting to get into something, but you're saving it for later, instead of being like, no, don't do that, you can be like, we're doing that tomorrow. That's a disguised no.
Oh. I need to get better at my disguised no's. Mine's usually like, nope. Don't do that. You're disobeying right now. I don't know.
I just feel like, for me, one reason that I try not to care about stuff is then
Too much to care about.
too much to care about, and you're just setting them up for disobedience.
Yeah.
I want my kids to be full of personality and
That's a good
have
point.
ideas, and I'm not saying this against certain really strict families, but I have met families where the children seem like they have no personality. Almost like they've been forced into this submissive state where they don't get to make choices because it's all laid out before them.
Well, that's definitely not our family. Our family's full of personality. I say no just to survive. It's like, I'm just trying to keep people alive here. Yeah, yeah. And then those families, again, I don't have any specific in mind, but you just see them. They tend to, have this air of judgment too, like everyone should parent exactly how they do it too, because they've raised such perfect children. And then, of course, really all you've done is destroyed your children's souls.
That's not true. I think plenty of great people come out of strict families, but
Not fun people.
maybe.
Nobody interesting. Have you ever met?
Didn't you come from a strict family?
Not the same kind of strict.
Yeah.
It's not the same kind of strict. Our strict was it was just weird and random.
Mm-hmm.
But we were still allowed to be the people we wanted, like,
Yeah.
You're allowed to be who you were, and you were loved for the personality that you had, but not strict in the sense of, like, the strict family. We line up. We wear uniforms. I don't know. We're the Von Trapp family. It's like, think about the Von Trapp family. Who, like, has a whistle, and they come down the stairs, and, like...
They all had great personalities.
Because of Maria. Without Maria, you have nothing. They turn into little, soldiers or something.
I think a lot of it comes with maturity. I think a lot of...
I think it took me a while to mature.
It usually does take guys a little longer to mature than girls.
Oh.
And, well...
20 years longer?
I think it's like... If you think about it, picking your battle is like, kind of... If you don't pick your battle, then you're a narcissist because you want your way. You think your way is the best, no matter what.
Yeah.
And you want it. And so you're going to fight for it.
Yeah.
It's like a form of narcissism.
Yeah, it's just you have this incessant need to be right. And people who are just fighting over everything can't be wrong. And I've met those people. I've worked with those people. They're all around people who cannot be wrong. That's the root of it, it seems like. If you're not choosing your battles and you're just fighting about everything, you're one of those people that can't be wrong.
Okay, but I can't be wrong when I do pick my battles.
But you're allowed to pick your battles.
I have a really hard time being wrong.
How many times? Yeah, that's something I've learned in marriage for sure. It's like the battles I do pick, I gotta be willing to lose them. I gotta be willing to lose some of those battles. I might pick a battle.
I think that's something I've only learned this year is like I'm actually not always right when I pick my battle, which isn't all that often.
And that's hard. Which one isn't all that often? That you pick a battle or that you're wrong about your battle?
That I pick a battle.
Okay.
And that I'm wrong about it. No, but I guess I used to, anytime I picked a battle, I was like, well, I'm picking this battle because I am right.
Well, that's how you always start a battle.
Yeah.
You think you're right.
Yeah.
But it never, you're never starting a battle thinking, I think I'm going to lose a battle today.
Sorry.
It's not my fault. That was the semi. I never understood semis who just don't pay attention
They're
to
not
lanes.
in their lane. Like, okay, just coming on over then, huh?
I can do what I want. I'm a semi. Actually, that's what I had to do when we were in the RV, though, because...
you just go for it?
Well, you couldn't always see where you're going, or where you are in the lanes, and so you just put on your blinker and hope for the best. So
that doesn't seem like a good plan.
It worked out.
A semi has pushed me off the road before, into the median. Do you remember that?
I do.
They were just coming over. And so I just went, into the wild, weedy ditch. And then he pulled off. What are you going to do?
He pulled off to check on you?
Up ahead, yeah. I mean, he pushed me off the road. It was clearly an issue.
It was a battle he knew he could win.
No.
You won.
Well, yeah, because I wasn't about to get out. I was furious. Had my children in the car. I just drove off. Scowled at him.
Gave him a mean look.
I give the stink eye. Oh, I give the stink eye. Our kids know that if somebody's driving too fast in our neighborhood, that I'll give them the stink eye as they're going by. And so they'll be like, "Did you do it, Mom? Did you give them the stink eye?"
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't even have a good stink eye.
well, I do think that, picking your battles, at the end of the day, picking your battles, it doesn't mean you shouldn't pick battles. That's the other thing. It's like picking your battles means you have permission to pick a battle. Just pick well. Because I feel like people fall into the camp of either they fight about everything or they just never express themselves about anything at all. And that's another trap. The other side of all of that is never picking your battles. And sometimes it's worth picking your battle.
Yeah, we've actually had that conversation. Is you've said that I very rarely insist something,
Yeah.
but then I'll be disappointed later because I didn't insist on something that I wanted.
Right.
But if I say what I want, then it's like, well, it's out there. I've said it. So, but I just need to be better about saying no. Like, I really want this.
Right.
So I got to pick some more battles.
Well, no.
I got to just...
Wait.
Maybe it doesn't always have to be a battle.
Uh-oh.
Maybe it just comes down to expressing oneself more clearly.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's just two different... I mean, you could be talking about two different types of things. There's people who don't express themselves at all, and then there's people who don't stand up for themselves or stand up for other people.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's different forms of picking your battles, and one of them is like a justice kind of thing, which is, something that I fall into a little too easily.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's just stating what you want, and both are fine. You just gotta do it with wisdom, do it with maturity, and don't be a narcissist.
And I think one thing that I was just in a conversation with a group of women, and one of the women said that her whole perspective changed when she started thinking about all her decisions from, does this glorify God and does it help others? Does this help others and glorify God? And that's like what should be important to you.
Yeah.
And so I think if you view the battles that you want to pick through that lens, it would...
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good, yeah. And not the lens of, I'm right. So that's what you're saying?
Are you reminding me of this for me or for you?
Oh, me. It's me. It's always me. I'm always the problem.
I'm the problem. We're problems together.
We're each other's problems. And solutions.
I still think about that letter we got, the handwritten letter that's like, you guys need to be better about not tearing each other down.
I don't think she's listened lately. Yeah. And don't say anything about this letter in your podcast either. What she said. Okay. Don't write us a letter. Anyway, I love you, Emily.
I love you, Jason. Thanks for taking me to Nashville.
Yeah.
Thanks for returning that cloak.
You're welcome. I'm glad
Have you already returned it?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I was going to say we should take a picture for the people.
It's a great looking
Picture
cloak.
for the people.
Don't wear it like Madeline next time.
It's a cloak, and I would like a cloak, but it's Jason.
Yeah. Well,
some fashion choices just need to be left to the wearer.
You know what? You know what battle I like to pick?
What?
It's the review battle.
Yeah, you do. You pick that battle every week, sometimes more than once a week.
I'm picking a battle with you right now. If you haven't left a review on this show, what are you even doing?
Maybe don't do it on this one because we're on the road.
Might sound terrible.
Yeah. So if this was your first episode, sorry.
Yeah, they don't all sound like this. But anyway, thanks for listening.
Yeah. Hope you guys have a great week.
And see you next time.
Bye.